Good morning, everyone. Jeanette Byro here. I'm a medium and a channeler, and welcome to your weekday daily card reading where we dive into the cards, see what's in store with a message from Spirit. All right, this week I am using the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid. And let's see what's in store. This energy this week feels more unique to me, like a new different frequency. Like, yes, we've been changing a lot and growing, and like everything is fast-paced change energy anyways, but the energy this week since the moon we had on Friday feels like a new frequency, like something you need to get to know, right? Something you need to kind of wade in the waters of and feel into it, observe the environment, observe your energy. Yeah. All right, let's just dive in and see here. Hold on. Yeah, and you know what? It's interesting too, a very big, timely theme of recalibration. And what's really interesting about that is the podcast that I put out on Monday is all about recalibrating your energy. And I speak to Mia Lockhart, who is just so knowledgeable on the energy systems, and we just go into really good depth in that topic. The interesting thing is, though, is oftentimes I will do interviews on my podcast and they're recorded a little while before I post them. And what's interesting is Spirit will always lead me to the right time to post whichever podcast. And even if I've recorded it before, it always lands right at the right time energetically. And I always find that so interesting. So again, a big emphasis on the energy right now. So let's see what the cards have to say. Let's dive in there. Okay. They were saying part of the reason why the energy is the way it is so that it can shake it up for you. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that in like fresh perspective, different energy, that kind of thing, like a shaking up of the energy. So there's something different coming into play in that regard. So let's see what the cards are here. Okay, this is really neat. Okay, so one of the first cards we have is the Starfish Spirit. And this says open to infinite possibilities. And this really speaks up to that idea of like shaking it up to see what is new. What is a different configuration? Interesting. They just flashed the word configuration into my mind. It's like taking the same parts of your life, but changing them around. Maybe it's changing the priorities of it. Maybe it's changing the focus. Maybe it's allowing some things to be let go, but this change is allowing an opening to infinite possibilities. And what they're trying to get me to do right now is, if you look at the way this star is right now, this is how we feel we should read it because it's facing up and the writing is where it is and all of that. But they're like, this shake up is allowing you to see something from a different perspective. And every time you look at it from a different perspective, you can see something different. Right? So no matter how you view this starfish in this example, it's giving you a different perspective of the colors, of the textures, of the shape and everything than what you would normally just look at this way. Right? So there's a really neat transformation energy happening right now. Now, the other thing too is in this transformation, because of how much we've been opening our minds and opening our energies and recalibrating and all of that kind of stuff, we have the owl card coming out. And this one is to say that you see clearly now. And so for so many of you, you now really kind of can see through the matrix energy. You can see through the veil. You can see with your discernment through where there may be false narratives, false ideas. You're seeing clearly now. And you're also seeing clearly within your own personal energy. You are getting clearer and clearer in who you are and what you're about. That in itself, that idea, like Plato said, know thyself, allows you to have more clarity in the directions you want to go, which again was something that came up in the July energy update. If you haven't listened to that yet on the podcast, definitely do, because I talk specifically about clear mind equals clear sight. That was one of the points that Spirit brought up. So it's neat that you see clearly now is coming up. Now, the other thing I want to say about this card too is they're also saying for me to mention that the owl for many of you is going to be a significant animal messenger right now as well. So notice where owl symbolisms are coming up for you, whether that represents knowledge, whether that represents mysticism, whatever it may be, comfort from a loved one. There's a significance of the owl symbolism coming up. And then lastly, this last card is the ant spirit. And this says time to collaborate. And this is also a number 1. So within the energies of these new beginnings and stuff, there's an invitation to collaborate, whether that be with your spirit guides, with new people in your path, maybe new business partnerships, friendships, romantic relationships. It's the coming together of two parts to collaborate and create something new. And that can be from new ideas, new products, new constructs, you name it. Opening to infinite possibilities means it can be whatever it is. But this to me also speaks of divinely timed unions, which has been on the docket all year, this year, is really coming into play. So you're seeing clearly as you're opening to these infinite possibilities, which are allowing you these opportunities to co-create and collaborate. So big emphasis on that collaborative energy as well this week. So notice what's coming up for you and really recognize that you're sitting in the driver's seat of your greatest journey moving forward. So I will leave that with all of you for now. Thank you so much, as always, for joining me. I really appreciate your comments, your kindness, and your shares. So thank you for sharing this stuff to help the channel grow. It's wonderful. And lastly, also thank you for your really beautiful well wishes on my recovery and healing. And as you can tell, I'm feeling better and better and better every day. So thank you for your love and your energy. And I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good one.